Let me ask you a very annoying question. What are you looking forward to right now? Is it the weekend? Your next vacation? Maybe getting through a massive project at work so you can finally relax. We all do this. We spend our entire lives living in the future tense. But I've been thinking lately about how dangerous this is. Because if you're always looking forward to the next thing, you're accidentally wishing your actual life away. Think about a random Tuesday. Nothing special is happening. You're at work or at home just doing the ordinary stuff. In your head, you're negotiating with time. If I can just make it to Friday at 5 p.m., then I can start living. But if you do the math, the weekends and the vacations only make up about 20% of your life. The other 80%, it's just work, it's traffic, it's doing the dishes, it's the boring stuff. And if you treat the boring middle like an obstacle, you just have to survive to get to the good part, well, that's depressing, right? But wait, hold on. It gets worse. Think about the last time you actually reached a massive goal. You graduated, or you got the job, or you bought the car you've been thinking about for 3 years. You get this 5-minute hit of dopamine. You feel like a genius. You feel invincible. And then, a week later, you realize you still have to sit in traffic behind a guy who happens to be a bad driver. You achieved your life goal, and yet, somehow you still have to fold your own laundry. The finish line didn't change who you are. It just changed the scenery. And almost immediately, your brain does that terrifying thing. It asks, okay, what's next? It's an endless trap. As long as you're looking forward to something, you're telling yourself that right now isn't good enough. Now look, I know exactly what this sounds like. Come on, just enjoy the moment. Be present. I hate that advice. That is toxic positivity garbage. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to romantically stare out the window when you're stressed about your rent or when you're grinding through a project that feels like it's going nowhere. Life is heavy. Mondays can legitimately suck. Ignoring that doesn't make you enlightened. It just makes you delusional. But you still have dreams, right? You still want to build the business, get the better job, or secure your future. You have to build. So how do you pursue those goals without being miserable the entire time you're trying to reach them? Here are 3 actual steps. Step 1. Stop obsessing over the finish line and start focusing on your stamina. Having a massive goal is like staring at the peak of a mountain. If you stare at the top the entire time you're walking, you are going to trip over a rock and break your nose. Instead, treat your ambition like an endurance routine. You don't dead sprint on a treadmill for an hour. You will burn out in 2 minutes. You find a steady, manageable pace. You put your head down and you just execute the routine for today. Step 2. Shrink your timeline. Stop asking yourself, what is my 5-year plan? Or, when will I finally make it? That is paralyzing. Ask yourself, what is the one practical, evidence-based thing I can do in the next 60 minutes? That's it. Just place one brick. Step 3. Detach your ego from the timeline. You can control your effort. You can control how many hours you put in, but you cannot control when the universe actually delivers the result. If you tie your happiness to a specific date, like saying, I need to be at this specific level by the time I'm 35, you're building a trap for yourself. You have to separate the work from the waiting. Do the work because it's the right thing to do today, not because you're demanding a reward tomorrow. Realizing there is no ultimate finish line isn't a tragedy. It's permission to stop rushing. You don't have to sprint anymore. You can just walk. You can stop treating the daily grind like a waiting room for the good part of your life. Even the boring parts, the frustrating parts, the days where your clean laundry sits in a basket for a week because the thought of actually folding it feels like an impossible task. It's not the loading screen. That's the actual game. So keep working on your goals. Build your future. But maybe try an experiment this week and stop looking forward to it quite so much. See what happens if you decide that right now, even if it's messy, it's exactly where you are supposed to be. Anyway, just a thought. Catch you in the next one.